Good morning and welcome to the January 31st, 2015 edition of Wrestle Talk Show. I'm your host, Joshua Zimmerman, here to bring you the latest and greatest professional wrestling news, bits, rumors, anything and everything wrestling. We cover it. Feel free to give us your feedback at josharzimmerman@gmail.com. That reads josharzimmerman@gmail.com. The only thing missing is the U, and when I created the email address, I didn't know it, but it's a universal email for both Continental Wrestling Entertainment, Wrestle Talk Show, and our business interests, and it's more direct. josharzimmerman@gmail.com. Again, josharzimmerman@gmail.com. Follow us on Twitter at CWE Company, Facebook at CWE Company and Wrestle Talk Show, YouTube.com/CWE Company. Follow us for the majority of 3 years worth of work is up there. Our 4th year is celebrated here and on various other pages, but thanks to YouTube and the tags when you enter Wrestle Talk Show, everything should bring itself together, so us joining the accounts doesn't really have to happen like we've been saying the last couple episodes. On today's show, we're going to discuss our thoughts on the Royal Rumble with a week removed from it. The WWE faces a new concussion lawsuit as more and more wrestlers jump onto that. And my rant on that. So it's going to be a little shorter format. It's probably going to be a 30-minute show. But let's get into your wrestling news for today. Again, just a couple different stories. We're not going to drag it out. We're trying something different. WWE updates news on its deal with Tap Out. WWE's deal with Tap Out is reportedly close to being finalized and should be announced at any time. According to F4WOnline.com, the MMA clothing brand is expected to be announced as WWE's new partner as a pro wrestling clothing brand. Tyson Kidd talks about working with Cesaro and McMahon's brass ring comments. Tyson Kidd recently sat down and spoke with Slam Wrestling during this weekend's WWE live events in Calgary. Below are some of the highlights on Victor of the Ascension being in the main roster in their history. Quote, "It means a lot because I know of his struggles and past, and it's similar to mine. We both competed in a lot of places that weren't highly publicized, so even though you are doing a lot, people don't know about it. You have to keep growing and growing, and to see him here is great. Unfortunately for him, I am also in a tag team, so it's probably for the best for him that our paths don't cross." In regards to working WWE NXT, the main thing is that everything is taped at full sale. It's kind of like competing on home turf every time in terms of taping and specials. The main roster travels. I am in Hartford for live SmackDown, then head to Emmington and Calgary and Denver. It is travel. NXT is more stationary. Having a chance to work with Dusty Rhodes, he has helped me so much that I can't even praise how much. The first time I saw him on WWE television in Polka Dots, I never thought that guy would be an influence on my career. Talking about talents in NXT, those guys are unbelievably talented. We really can take nothing away. Just look at my match that aired this week on the WWE network with Adrian Neville. The guy looks phenomenal. It is really cool that they are being aired down there. Add in a guy like Tyler Breeze. Adding a guy like Tyler Breeze doesn't have the publicity, background, or buzz, but it's a sleeper. He is the one to keep your eye on. In regards to his tag teaming with Cesaro, two guys who are insanely talented, extremely shredded, and a lot of frustrated come together and decide to make a name for ourselves and show why we are who we are. Cesaro's story is unbelievable. He won a green card in Switzerland, and now here he is. The man is a freak. He can clean and jerk 135 pounds with one arm. He is a freak in every sense of the word. Throw in the best guy pound for pound in the business as his tag team partner, and I think our upside is limitless. On Vince McMahon's brass ring comments, I think it's fired a lot of talent up. We have a super talented locker room for any that maybe we're casting it lit a fire under them, and for the rest of us, ensured we just keep pushing every day. Here is different. One day I was in Phoenix at Access Wrestling Crime Time in the worst match we ever had with them, which is saying a lot. 48 hours later, I'm clotheslining Mr. McMahon in front of 58,000 people at WrestleMania. Things can change here quickly. Lockdown matches announced. British boot camp to air in the U.S. and Dixie Carter goes on an urge for people to watch live impacts on their website every Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern. Kurt Angle, Gunner, and Austin Aries versus Low-Key, Samoa Joe, and MVP, and Kenny King in a lethal lockdown match has been announced for next Friday's TNA Lockdown special on Destination America. Other matches announced so far include Bobby Roode versus Eric Young, and Tyrus versus Rockstar Spud. Dixie Carter, again, urging people every Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time to go onto TNA's website to watch full episodes of Impact. WWE's injury update regarding Brock Lesnar, authority headed to Super Bowl. WWE is going with the storyline that Seth Rollins broke some of the WWE World Heavyweight Champion Brock Lesnar's ribs at the Royal Rumble. During the match, after Rollins put Lesnar through the announce table, doctors at ringside said that at least one rib was broken. Both Triple H and Stephanie McMahon are expected to go to the Super Bowl this Sunday in Arizona, so if you're curious. And more talent sign up for the WWE lawsuit. CBS Philadelphia has an article on the lawsuit against WWE from WWE superstars Vito LaGrasso, otherwise known as Big Vito, and Evan Singleton, also known as Adam Mercer, in the developmental, filing a class action concussion lawsuit against the WWE in the state of Pennsylvania. Vito says doctors have told him he has brain damage. He commented, quote, the headaches, the deafness, the depression I suffer, I deal with it. It's part of my life now, Mercer, who is 22, depends on his mother to drive and help with bills. Also commented on his health. I knew there was something wrong with me. I'm terrified. I don't know what's going to happen. What am I going to do with the rest of my life? I'm scared. Lawyer Harris Pogast, who is representing the wrestlers, says more former WWE talents may be joining the lawsuit. He commented, they're totally selling violence. They're totally selling violence. In the NFL, if you have a concussion, they make you sit out, and if you have too many, you can never get back in the game. Somebody's got to say stop. Somebody's got to say stop instead of keep inciting them to get back in. WWE lawyer Jerry McDevitt says the allegations are almost frivolous. He says that WWE did not conceal medical information and WWE began taking action as soon as doctors better understood the dangers of concussions. McDevitt said, quote, "It's in the best interest of the company to take care of its talent because if the talent aren't healthy, they can't perform. The company has taken a look at some of the moves and maneuvers, which ones of those can be finessed or perhaps even eliminated. We also brought in some of the best sports medicine doctors as part of our wellness program to be present at every WWE event. Dino and Mercer say WWE should be penalized financially and pay for the injuries they receive. They also want medical monitoring for all wrestlers." And that starts our rant. I told you this would be a shorter format. We'll come out with a show in a day or two. But just so you can get my Royal Rumble thoughts. But first, my thoughts on this concussion thing. Of course, WWE is going to toe the company line. They don't care about their wrestlers. They don't even care about their fans. This was never more prevalent in the botch of a Royal Rumble you were given. What's supposed to be the pinnacle of the road to WrestleMania was turned into something not even The Rock could save Daniel Bryan from. And you're not going to tell me anyone was clamoring for John Cena versus Brock Lesnar again. Let alone it happened at Royal Rumble. It shouldn't have even happened at all. Brock Lesnar will not be here in the next 90 days. He's going back to UFC. So you're going to give it to somebody else. And I don't see why it couldn't have been Daniel Bryan, or hell, even I'll make the argument for Big Show or Kane. But that's to close the show. To get back on the topic, I think that these wrestlers should sue, should win, and WWE should be paying something. You can't say we care about our wrestlers, but then do, like I've said in other shows, pay off the medical bills and future Endeavor people after they've given their bodies to you. WWE clears in its balance sheet enough money that they should not be independent contractors anymore. People like John Cena and Daniel Bryan should not have dealt with injuries where they didn't know if they were going to wrestle again. They should be all financially taken care of. Even if you say meet them 50-50, like I'll provide health care, but you got to pay into it a little bit. I think anybody would jump at it. Yeah, they make millions and millions of dollars, but it's the same thing as the NFL. If you get hurt, you're done. And I don't believe WWE when it says that it's doing more, because it would take away from their show. They're obviously lying. Hopefully, Pennsylvania will be the first of many to make WWE say, it's all well and good that you say that you care about them. Now act like you care about them and pay into their benefits into the future. For The Rock started at 3.5, just an example. The Rock started his first year in WWE at $3.5 million. Now anybody who knows you can live nicely off of the interest alone on $1 million. So it should be taken real simple. These people, like they just got done saying, if our wrestlers aren't healthy, they can't perform. So there's your show. Prove that. Prove that by settling these lawsuits, rewriting your wellness plan so it's not laughable and designed for people to work off their strikes, and pay for a group medical insurance plan. Your World Wrestling Entertainment, the global leader in sports entertainment. Act like it. It's bad enough you don't listen to us. But one of these days you're not going to have Daniel Bryan or Brock Lesnar, because you're going to injure them, and then what are you going to say, Vince? Oh, we're sorry for your loss. Here, we'll settle up your medical bills in your last paycheck, but toodles. And I agree with, and in closing, I agree with the whole cancel WWE Network after the Royal Rumble. It was the worst Royal Rumble in WWE history. And they got to stop, just in general, making fun of the people who don't have the network. As you know, there's a lot of problems with launches and, well, other places outside, even in the U.S., but just trouble buffering it and insert your problem adjective there. But they got to stop treating us like we're idiots, because for JBL to say, well, you could waste $60 on pay-per-view. No, it's not a waste if you're the company. You want them to buy the pay-per-view no matter what they're spending. Although you want to encourage, hey, get the pay-per-view for $12 and save $70. But if somebody wants to spend $70, don't make them feel like an idiot when they do it. Get rid of JBL. I don't know why he's still there, first and second of all. And start treating us wrestling fans like we matter. And again, Vince, I'm calling you out on it. You make billions. Your balance sheet, you pay all your bills quarter to quarter and clear billions. And you've been saying for years that this independent contractor thing works for you. Of course it does. You don't have to invest anything long term. But you want these people to invest their lives. It makes no sense. Again, feed us your thoughts at joshua.zimmerman@gmail.com. Follow us on Twitter at CWE Company. Facebook at CWE Company. YouTube.com/CWE Company. Facebook.com/WrestleTalkShow. And until our show tomorrow, let us know what you think. Comment directly here on Facebook, on Twitter. Our business associates, find us on LinkedIn.com. And until next time, guys, remember, your voice matters, even if WWE says it doesn't. For all of us at Wrestle Talk Show, Nathan Lerner, I'm your host, Joshua Zimmerman, saying see you tomorrow, guys.